Is back within striking distance in that number 2 spot.
Jordan Oliver with the big win there, and also bonus points with the 11-3 decision over Soufflon.
Ohio State holding firm in the number 3 spot. Missouri and Iowa tied. The Tigers getting Howdeshelt into the semifinals, scoring some points as well.
Yeah, Oklahoma coming up there with Kendrick Maple and Boise State. Nice, entering in the top 10. Nice program there run by Greg Randall.
157 pounds, and this was one of 3 weight classes coming in that you looked at on paper, and it was wide open. A lot of talent. Jason Welch, the top seed, Derek St. John of Iowa. They have both held true to form, but coming into this quarterfinal round, of the top 4 seeds in each weight class, we have lost 3. 2 of them coming in this division, 157 pounds. Joseph Napoli of Lehigh pushed into the consolation bracket along with James Green, the number 4 seed of Nebraska. He lost the opening bout to Bradley from Missouri. So again, Welch and St. John holding form, but we're going to see some wrestlers all kind of lumped together there in the mid-pack, trying to push into the semifinals.
Well, you've got some style matchups here. Take a look at the bottom part here with Derek St. John here. That's a style matchup. That was a close match in the duel. Welch and Alton, I think that's a good style matchup that favors Alton to be competitive in that match. That's not like a 1-8 match. That's a match of 2 competitive athletes, styles that really will tighten that match up. And then you've got a couple matches down there at Oklahoma State, Boise State. Those 2 athletes have never wrestled before. Of course, Dieringer, the freshman.
Key weight class team standings, and the fact that we have both Penn State and Oklahoma State wrestling.
And Iowa and Ohio State.
Dieringer for the Cowboys taking on Ivanov of Boise State. Alton of Penn State wrestling the top seeded Jason Welch of Northwestern.
Jason Welch really taking the attitude of going out there, taking territory in this match, moving forward. Derek St. John giving up the ankle pick right into the shot. He's pretty good at fighting this off, but it's a nice job there by Demas to get him in the leg. New position here for him. St. John, now they're going to call that a stalemate. Look at the activity here by Welch. Stepping across, now they're going to call that off the mat.
St. John was the runner-up a year ago, lost to Dake in the finals, 2-time All-American for the Iowa Hawkeyes. Highly decorated recruit coming out of Iowa. Ivanov with an early takedown for Boise State. Dieringer was able to get out quickly there.
Snap around attempt there by St. John. Iowa is able to go ahead and get, no, he didn't get to the far ankle. Look at the flexibility there of Demas. This is a situation you really got to just concentrate on giving yourself more real estate. Don't be in a hurry, but just go ahead and bring that back. And then there's a takedown there by Alton, is able to get 2 points on Welch. Again, Welch, one of those guys that really dangerous in the bottom position because he works for reversals and back points, and I think Alton basically wisely scouting that out gave him the escape.
Wrestlers go tumbling out of bounds. They will restart in the middle. Alton with a 2-1 lead. Welch, this year's Big Ten champion, won the crown for the first time in his successful career. Beat Green in the finals of the Big Ten.
Well, this would be huge for Alton to be able to go ahead and advance here, not only beat the number 1 seed, but really help his team, Penn State Nittany Lions. This championship bracket here, scoring big points and extending their lead.
One of the crowd favorites is David Bonet of Northern Iowa, the Panther, wrestling Jed Moore of Virginia. Ivanov and Dieringer knotted up at 3. Still no score with Demas and St. John.
Oh, he was able to get to a shot there, but he backed right out of it. Respecting the hips of Josh Demas from Ohio State, Derek St. John.
First period will come to an end scoreless. The number 2 seed for the Iowa Hawkeyes, St. John and Demas. Same story for Moore of Virginia and Bonet of Northern Iowa.
This is a good period for Josh Demas from Ohio State. Going 0-0 with number 2 seed. Of course, you're unseeded wrestler, but he does have a really solid skill set. Good scrambler. Tough in the top position. Got a good, nice cradle.
Demas defeated Virginia Tech's Jesse Dong in the second round last night, a 4-3 decision. The Ohio State sophomore, he will start the second period on top. Jed Moore goes into the second period in the top position, scoreless with Bonet.
See Alton taking the bottom position for Penn State to start the second period. And now he got a cradle locked up. Look at that. No, he didn't get it all the way through. Now they're off the mat. So Jason Welch, dangerous in the top position.
St. John has an escape for the Hawkeyes. Ivanov with an escape in the second period for Boise State. Both those wrestlers leading by 1.
Potential fall situation. Now Welch scrambling back. Alton able to look at the flexibility of Welch. Now the scrambling ability, getting his hips back up. Boy, he would look like he was totally going to give up a reversal. He still may, as he's extended this and given himself a better opportunity to stay in the top position. The referee's going to call stalemate. You don't know how impressive that was right there. Just that little flurry of action. It didn't look like very much, but he was able to raise his hips at the right time when Alton wanted to go ahead and step over. Just great mat awareness. Subtle things that happened here to stay in the top position, to give yourself a chance to go ahead and win, get some riding time. And turn Alton. Alton's coming up. He's the tough guy to be able to go ahead and ride this well. Real strong guy. St. John in on a shot. Look at the job that Demas has been able to battle that out for a while. St. John runs the pipe and basically turns him into the leg that's up. Now Alton gets an escape here. He's up 3-1.
Ivanov will go into the third period leading for Boise State. The outstanding wrestler of the Pac-12 tournament, Ivanov, trying to push into the semis. No score with Jed Moore and Bonet. This is how Jed Moore likes to do it for Virginia. He's a grinder, kind of like Ballweg of Iowa. Likes to slow down the bout, and he's done that with Bonet for the Panthers.
Taking a look at the number 1 seed now. 45 seconds left, second period. All the way with a high crotch, totally committed to it, but Alton anticipates it, jumps back in. Now he squares up. Nice work here by Alton to be able to get to that leg. Welch try to improve his position. He's looking for offense in this position as well, so Alton just cannot hang on. Expect to do well, and the referee calls a stalemate. That's what you like to see. The guy's totally committed to his shot.
Dieringer trying to get free to knot up his match with Ivanov. You see Ivanov clamping down on the lower legs.
Yeah, you got to call, probably going to call stalling if you don't move up. You got to move up above the waist. Maybe the referee's going to, that's exactly what happened. The referee called stalling there.
Bonet.
He's got 2. Oh, nope, I thought he had weight on the hands.
Now he does.
Derek St. John riding that near wrist.
Bonet finishes with 3 unanswered at the tail end of the second period for UNI.
So important to finish those periods in the top position after you get his escape late in the match, and Bonet was able to do that. Unseeded wrestler.
Bonet 28-7 on the year for the UNI Panthers. 3-time NCAA qualifier. He is this year's MAC champion, one of 2 Panthers to win a MAC championship. And now he's 2 minutes away from a semifinal berth.
3-2 score here with Welch and Alton. Welch is on the hunt. Well, whip through. He's got the leg laced. He's got the, that's 2-point takedown. Beautiful head whip right there. Caught Alton coming into it. Now he's going to get a stalemate, so he gets a new start. So let's take a look at the riding time as well. All that great riding that Welch was able to do. He's got 50 seconds of riding time, so all he has to do is add to that. I think that was clearly 2-point takedown. You know, it was a very similar situation. I look back at that Hunter Stieber thing in my mind, and I think that was a 2-point takedown.
Speaking of 2-point takedowns, Cowboy fans want one from Dieringer, and they're going to get it toward the tail end of the match. Right on the edge, Dieringer.
He's looking over to his corner.
Able to get 2, and this will be huge for Oklahoma State. Ivanov looking for any type of seam. He can't. The Cowboys move into the Simex. It's almost like a chess match. Oklahoma State pushes forward. Can Alton for Penn State do the same in his bout with Welch? The coach's challenge right now.
I think they're going to ask whether that was a 2-point takedown or not. But he clearly had weight on his hands with the head whip and the inside leg lace. And so I think that was a solid takedown. St. John really doing a workmanlike job against a very good athlete